Time now for everyone's favorite game, no fence riding.
Well, I would just like to start with this is not necessarily everyone's favorite concept.
Whoa, you guys jumped the gun on that. You should say it's 16 seconds long. Come on, man. This is no fence riding. Welcome to everyone except Michelle's favorite game, no fence riding. I am the Mountain King, and the concept is simple. I got a series of statements for our esteemed panel, Joe and Tim. It's up to them to decide which side of the fence they're on. No waffling, or they get called out and might get in the next open. We'll see. All right, first statement here. The face of the NBA argument is just plain stupid. There are people in the media who say there have only been 3 faces of the NBA, like Dr. J, Jordan, and LeBron. Some say it's roughly 10, with some guys in between those 3. Some say it can't be a foreign player, or it can't be someone in a market like Dallas. Like Luka is suddenly more likely to become a face of the NBA in LA as opposed to Dallas. We can discuss that in a moment. But ultimately, it's all stupid and leads to nothing but odd criticism for great players. It all boils down to winning. Tim, lead us off here. What do you think?
Yes, I would say the face of the NBA is a mythical creature created by the media so we can have discussions. That's what it is. You know, and I thought Kevin Durant, when they asked him about it in the wake of Ant, basically saying, I don't want to be the face of the NBA. You know, Durant nailed it. It's like, what exactly is it? Is it a spokesperson? Is it an MVP? Is it a champion? It's all those things. It's a mythical creature that is a media-created thing.
Joe,
listen, I think it's a media-created thing, but I'm not going to call that stupid because I'm not going to call Michael Jordan and his earning potential after being the face of the NBA, after doubling down on what Magic and Larry Bird were able to do, resurrecting this league. They were co-faces of the NBA. I'm not going to say it's stupid. Yeah, maybe it is a concoction, a production, but stupid? No, there's too much money to be made for me to call it stupid. You can ride that fence all day. The Mountain King. I don't even know what the Mountain King is.
You got to listen to the music, man. You got to listen to music.
Okay.
But no, like this whole idea that like we're gonna spend time not raising up the MVP or the current NBA champion and sit there and think, well, it's lesser than the guy that's been the quote unquote best player for a couple of years is kind of crazy to me. But either way, I agree with Tim. It's a concoction. It shouldn't necessarily be a driving force of discussion. All right, second statement here. Our second
make money
one.
off of it though. Thank you very much.
Flopping has always been a part of high-level basketball. To pretend otherwise is just disingenuous. Difference only comes to how dramatic some guys are these days and the media coverage of it. Twitter accounts didn't exist back in the 80s and 90s, so there wasn't this hyper-focus on it. Joe, what do you think here about this?
No, man, listen, basketball in some ways looks like soccer nowadays. And let me explain something, because you're a little bit younger, Andrew.
Sure, just a tad.
I'm just going to help you here. Back then, they weren't flopping. They were actually getting knocked down.
Oh,
because
please.
back in the day, there was physicality in this league, the likes of which none of the players now know anything about. That was not flopping. You know, when Bill Laimbeer was leaning on you and knocking you down, when Michael Jordan was going through the lane, that was not flopping. That was not flopping.
Tim, jump in here.
Hey, listen, of course flopping's always been a part of basketball, and physicality is not a part of today's NBA. Joe, I want you to stand in there. Get your old Chuck Taylors out from your days, okay? I want you to stand there. I want you to take a charge from LeBron James. I want you to take a charge from Zion Williamson. I want you to guard those guys. Tell me it's not physical. I'd like to see that.
I'll put on 40 or 50 pounds. Bring it.
All right. Last but not least, we'll keep this one short. We need to get rid of daylight savings time. I'm not going to pick between skipping forward or gaining an hour. The whole dang process is stupid. Pick one time, don't change the clock. No one's going to get upset. Joe, what do you think?
Yeah, listen, what we have right now, daylight saving time, I think, right?
Yeah.
Keep this. Keep this. The other one, it can go. Keep this.
Tim, what do you think?
Hell no. Keep the fall. Give me an extra hour of sleep. Don't take sleep away from me. I need that extra hour.
Get the day going. Hey, Tim, before we go, where can we find the book?
You can find it. You can go to my Twitter account. It's pinned at the top. Just don't read the comments. People say mean, nasty things on that place. And then it's you can find it in all the bookstores, Barnes and Nobles, anywhere that you buy books, Amazon, all those type of things. Available for pre-order now. In the stores March 25th.